It's going to be life changing, but in order for you to become your dream girl, you have to do a few things that are new, so brand new to you that make you really uncomfortable because I know that I don't like being up at 5 a.m., but I will definitely wake up at 6:30, close to 5. I'm not a 5 a.m. girly, and hey, you just never know what you could possibly become when you try something outside of your comfort zone. And you have to do it consistently. And today I'm taking you guys somewhere so beautiful. So stay tuned because we just arrived. As we talk about how to prioritize yourself when you are working a 9 to 5, or just if you're busy in general and you're feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, or exhausted, I'm going to be providing you with so many tips that are going to be so helpful and simple for you to enjoy as we start to reinvent ourselves and become our dream woman. I really want to provide you with these useful tips that are going to make your life a lot easier. Hello, beautiful people. Okay, excuse my voice. I am just recovering from being sick for the last 2 days. Honestly, I haven't been sick in 6 years. I actually had the fan blowing on me one night and I woke up with a sore throat. And so I'm just recovering now. We are going for a hot girl walk nonetheless. I have been moving my body. I've been doing all the necessary things to get me back in health so that I can feel my best again. But please ignore my voice for this video. I am showing up in life consistently and I'm showing up on here consistently. If you are new to my channel, my name is Shenese, and on here we talk about reinventing yourself, becoming and evolving into your own dream woman, not a cutout image of anybody else. And I hope along the way you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and let's get into our hot girl walk. Hi babes, we made it. I got my kombucha. There's just something about romanticizing anything you drink that is actually good for you that just makes you feel like you're that woman, because you couldn't tell me I was sick 2 days ago. I could have taken a rest and decided to do this video maybe 2 days from now, but the sun is not guaranteed and I'm on my consistent wave with y'all, okay? And I was like, I need to get better. I read the news. Like, I watch the news forecast, so I know I need to get outside. I mean, there's other ways to get your steps in and do your hot girl walk. Like, I do have a walking pad that I shipped over from Amazon to my mom's house, but I just want to take advantage of being outside. Like, it's summer. I want to be outside. I don't want to be doing my cardio inside. So let's go. We are going to be walking through this beautiful garden. I took my mom here yesterday and she was blown away. I just like to hold a mic. I feel like you can hear me better. You can hear me clearer too. This mic is the Rode mic and I have linked it in my Amazon store. I've had other cheaper mics and this one I had to invest in, and you see the quality, babes. But look behind me at the beauty of God's creation, and something about this that just makes me feel softer. And so this is where we're having our walk today. Tip number one, ladies, is going to be wake up earlier. And I know that a lot of you are going to be like, I just cannot see myself waking up any earlier. That is so important when you're looking to become your dream girl, that you start recreating your mindset. All the things that you think that you cannot do, you are now going to have to challenge yourself to do. I had a client that was signing up with me at the beginning of the year. She was not a morning person, but she really wanted to feel good. She was in a high-end job where it was very stressful, and she knew that she didn't like how she felt, especially midway through the year. And her health was at risk just because she was so stressed. So I was only available in the mornings to train her. So What did she do? She started waking up early and she never missed a session. That became her routine. And when we were done, I told her to keep the same routine because now your body will be so familiar with it as you add in something unfamiliar that it becomes so consistent, it becomes a part of your lifestyle. Once it becomes a part of your lifestyle, it becomes easier to do and actually enjoyable to do as well, consistently, daily. At first, when you're learning something new, like anything, riding a bike, driving a car, it's so frustrating, it's hard. Some days you do well, some days you don't. But it's so important for you not to give up when you really want something bad enough. If you get up earlier, you'll be able to prioritize yourself first thing in the morning. And I mean, not on the phone, honey, because you should not be watching what anybody else is doing. You have the opportunity to get up and do your hot girl walk with me, or you can also get on a treadmill or the stepper or any cardio equipment to just move your body, or even turn on a dance music video. On YouTube, they have tons of dance workouts that you could do first thing in the morning, and that is just gonna get your endorphins going. Your mood is gonna feel so energized and happy and positive. Walking into work, you're gonna feel so good because you took care of yourself first. I know for me, I make sure that I take care of myself first before I go and see my clients because I will be giving them all my energy. And in order for me to pour from my cup, I got to make sure that my cup is not empty. Working out or just moving my body in the morning always makes me feel so good. And even though I was sick for the past few days, I still moved my body. I brought my mom to the park and we had a great time. Also, just seeing her smile light up, and she's never been here. It's going to be life-changing, but in order for you to become your dream girl, you have to do a few things that are new, so brand new to you that make you really uncomfortable, because I know that I don't like being up at 5 a.m., but I will definitely wake up at 6:30, close to 5. I'm not a 5 a.m. girlie, and hey, you just never know what you could possibly become when you try something outside of your comfort zone. And you have to do it consistently and really try to avoid all the alarm clocks. When you hear your alarm going off in this new time, you want to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing and how important it is to you and why you want it so bad. Because if a man was calling you up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to be like, honey, come over. I mean, I've done it a few times. Sorry, mom. You would wake up for it, right? There's certain things that you would wake up for and not even think twice. So why can you not put yourself first? Get things done first thing in the morning that are going to add to you. Making sure that you're not on your phone, but you're also just working on yourself. So you want to make sure that you get up early in the morning, earlier than your usual schedule, so you're not just rushing to work. Then after that, you're going to go for your hot girl walk, or you're just going to move your body in general. Tip number 2 is going to be prioritize planning ahead and preparing. A lot of the times people don't achieve what they want to achieve because they don't set themselves up for success. If you're not setting yourself up for success, baby, how is anything going to happen for you? It's just like you saying that you want to buy a house, but you don't ever save money. It's like, where's this money going to come from? Because look at all your spending habits. First of all, you spend money every single day when you could be preparing yourself to spend less by prepping your food ahead of time, making your own coffees at home and romanticizing it. I think it's just the habit of going somewhere and feeling like you didn't have to make it. So a lot of these tips are going to be based on my clients. They all work 9 to 5s, and so they would train with me either before they go to work or after. Now look, you need to make sure to plan your food ahead of time, meaning you need a light breakfast. You want to make sure that you nourish your body first thing in the morning. And let me go by example for myself. I cannot stomach whole foods first thing in the morning, so I usually have a light breakfast, or I have a protein shake, or I have a granola parfait, anything that's really light. So I'll have something really light. Some people have granola bars, but preferably for me, I do not have carbs in the morning, not as my first meal. I'll usually save it for my snack or lunch, but not first thing in the morning. So I go for my fasted walk and then I come home, and by then, after moving my body, I'm usually then hungry. If you don't move your body at all, you're not going to be hungry. The more you move your body, say it's cardio or weight training, you're going to be hungry. If you dance every single day, you're going to be hungry. But if you work a sedentary job, or you always come home and you're instantly on the couch or on your bed, then you're never going to be hungry, and you're always going to be under eating or overeating. Under eating is going to look like not eating enough food, which most people are really good at. Most people also are really good at eating 1 to 2 meals that are full in calories, meaning you ordered takeout because you didn't prepare and plan ahead of time. So most people will be, oh, I ordered a sub, or I ordered Chinese food because I thought it was healthier. No, because you missed so many meals, your body couldn't break down this meal. Anytime you starve the body or you overeat, the body holds on to it, as you can see if you're skinny fat or if you've just consumed a lot of body fat over time. And it is because you're not properly eating. But most people think when they're under eating, that's how they're going to lose weight. Most people also think when they do keto diets that they're going to lose weight. Overall, you need to plan and prepare meals that are going to work for your schedule, and you need to know your schedule ahead of time. So if you know that you're really busy from 9 to 5, you need to make sure that you have a very easy and simple breakfast, that you have a few options that you can rotate between in the morning. You have some snack options, you have a lunch option, and you're bringing your lunch to work. If not, you can go out, but you need to find healthier places to eat or order a meal prep. If your food is cooked, most likely you are going to eat it. But if it's not cooked, you're not going to eat it. I had a client call the other day and we were going over her food, and nothing in her food detail was nutritious. And sometimes it's from your past. Sometimes it's from how you grew up in childhood because you don't know any different. I want you to know that most people, including myself, struggled with nutrition at one point because I didn't grow up knowing all the stuff that I know now. I'm also a nutrition coach, so that's why I know what I know. But I don't expect your household, and you shouldn't expect your household to know any differently, especially if they're not in the fitness world. And that is why it's important to do your research or to hire a coach that can help you with your nutrition. You are not limited to eating out and dining out. I think for me, I just prefer to eat out once in a while because I know how it makes me feel. I don't like feeling sluggish. I don't like feeling tired. I don't like feeling bloated. I just don't like even having breakouts on my face. And you can see very clearly that I don't have any breakouts, and that is because I choose not to eat out too often, greasy, salty foods. Also, there are tons of chemicals in the food that you are not cooking. So that is why it's important for you to start trying meals and recipes at home. When I go to restaurants and I like, say, a breakfast burrito, or I like this burger, or I like this kind of pasta, I really do try and create it at home. So recreating it at home for me and my man or my mom, that way I can actually increase my cooking skills as well. What I told my client was weekly you should plan to make a treat and plan to make a healthier meal at home of a recreation that you were inspired by from either Pinterest, a restaurant that you enjoy eating at. And just get really creative. Instead of coming home to your phone, I don't see why you can't just make something to eat. At least pre-prep a lot of the ingredients first so that when you get home, you're not so exhausted. Because I like to pre-cut absolutely everything. I like to pre-plan everything so that when I'm in the kitchen, I'm good to go. All the ingredients are there, or the meat is already seasoned, so I don't have to worry about it. The rice is in the rice cooker. The wraps are ready to go. Everything is just easy. The veggies are probably pre-cut and everything, so that is going to be so quick and easy for me. Number 3 is going to be plan out your outfits the night before. It's important that you plan out your outfits. At least have 2 options, because sometimes you wake up and you're like, I don't feel this, I'm not feeling this outfit. Or sometimes, let's be honest, we nitpick ourselves, like, we don't look good in that, I don't look good in this. It's not the day for it. So have a few options in mind so you're not wasting your time in the morning. After you've done your hot girl walk, you've planned out what you're going to eat before you go to work, or while you're driving, you can have a smoothie. Just you have something in your body. Then The last thing you need to think about is your outfit of choice. So you want to plan ahead for your outfits, and also get out of the habit of waking up and not feeling your best in the morning, talking badly to yourself or about yourself, belittling yourself first thing in the morning about what you see in the mirror. No, honey, I need you to wake up and be like, no, I'm going to feel good today. I'm a work in progress, and remind yourself that you did something for yourself before you go to work. You're going to feel way better. I'm sorry, but the body fluctuates. In order for you to achieve your dream body, you have to be doing daily habits that are going to get you to the dream body that you desire. You don't need to look like anybody else, but you need to be falling in love with yourself during the process. And when you're unhappy with your body as well, you are alive, babe. You are alive. You are blessed. You can eat, you can walk, you can see, you can do so many things. You are so blessed. So we need to complain less and do more in action for what it is that we desire. No excuses. Let's go. I decided this year that I was going to do more pops of color because I find that it really brings my mood up. And that's another thing, like oftentimes we can get so comfortable in our darker colors and wearing very bland clothes. You need to find and recreate your own style, and really take some time to study your style, like study what you like. Your palette is always going to be changing, but I think a lot of people try and keep up with trends or try and be like somebody else. And if it doesn't reflect on your own budgets and how you truly feel about yourself, it's not for you. As you recreate your new dream woman, I need you to start being mindful of what you're wearing, how you talk to yourself, and also the foods that you eat that honestly, most times in the morning, make you feel bloated, groggy, tired, just so dysfunctional, especially in the mind, and you just don't feel good. Like, you should not be walking around constipated. Number 4 is going to be utilize taking breaks and making breaks a priority. Everyone needs a break throughout the day, and I don't think a lot of people understand that they need to be doing productive things. And when I say productive things, it could literally be taking a 20-minute nap. You do not need to be doing the most. When people don't take breaks, you end up burning out or making terrible decisions. And how I teach my clients to take breaks, especially on their lunch break, is to go to the gym or go for a walk or read a book or go to the park. Detach yourself or remove yourself from your work environment, especially if you work at home. Like, go for a walk, move your body, put on something nice and just move. It's going to help add to boosting your self-esteem, your confidence, your energy. You're going to come back to whatever it is that you're working on and feel full of energy, and you will be able to be productive because you did something for yourself to just move. Like, don't spend your lunch break scrolling or even letting other people waste your time. Like, if the energy is not right and it's not adding to you, then please make yourself a priority, especially on those breaks. Number 5 is going to be prioritize your mental health and your stress levels. I don't think people talk about this enough because oftentimes people are so stressed and burnt out from work itself, and people in general. People often drain your energy, so it's important for you to become aware when you are feeling burnt out or drained. And the only way that you're going to be able to pour into yourself and make yourself feel like you're that woman is by being really aware when you need to pull yourself away and take care of you. That could be during the day when you're at work, or it could also be before work or after work. Also, making sure to schedule in dates with yourself so that you look forward to those dates, because I know when I look forward to going on dates with myself, I know my mood is going to increase. Like, I went to go get my nails done and instantly I started feeling like I'm that woman again. And that just changed and uplifted my mood. You need to make sure stepping away sometimes and doing something by yourself is going to help you recharge and add that energy back into yourself. It's all about filling your cup. And if your cup is empty, it can be empty daily just because of your work environment. God did not put you on this planet for you to be so burnt out, depressed, anxious, just not feeling good. Because when you don't feel good, you end up making really bad choices. You end up self-sabotaging, coming home from work, binge eating, or going to sleep until the next day. Just making choices that oftentimes lead to more fatigue and burnout and unhappiness. Because a lot of the times we've gained a lot of weight because we were stressed, because we felt under pressure. And ordering meals or going out to fast food restaurants or just restaurants in general was our coping mechanism. I've been there. I've mentioned it before. I love sugar. And times when I wasn't feeling that well, I would turn to sugar as my coping mechanism to make me feel good. And that's only temporary satisfaction. It doesn't even have to be about food. Sometimes we even make choices of calling up people, especially some men, that shouldn't even be in our life or deserve our time, because we are coping. We're looking for somebody that is going to temporarily satisfy us in that moment. So you need to address your emotions, your feelings, and choose healthier ways to go about coping. And that is going to come down to what you decide are going to be your new dream woman coping mechanisms. Which leads to number 6, do something for you after work. I need you to do something for yourself after work. And it could even be without spending money, like coming to this beautiful park and eating your dinner. Definitely don't mean to film the lady, but this is just a great example of what I said. Come to a park and enjoy your food. You can go with people, or you can go by yourself, or maybe you grab something like a healthy treat or a healthy dinner from a restaurant, right? Maybe it's that day where you're like, okay, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some sushi and I'm going to go sit at a park and I'm going to read, or I'm going to listen to a podcast, and I'm just going to vibe out and just be in my own element before I go home from work. You can bring a change of clothes, and maybe this is when you do your hot girl walks. If you didn't do it first thing in the morning, you go out and you go to a park that's beautiful, and you can sit and you can enjoy God's beauty, and you can ease your mind. I would say this is definitely a part of my self-care routine when it's going to parks and sitting down. I even came out yesterday because I spent a lot of my time yesterday working from home. And when my mom got home, I was like, I'm giving you 30 minutes to eat, and then I want to take you somewhere. You can go and walk around, do your thing. We were here together, but I told her, you can go and do your thing and I'll do my thing. I was editing my video that went up last Thursday, and it was just so nice to be in this kind of environment. This vibe is beautiful, and it was just so refreshing, and I woke up and I felt so good. And then I was like, I'm coming here to record my video. Doing something for yourself that just makes you softer could even be coming home from work and lighting candles, playing music, getting dinner ready. What about when your man comes home? Like, I know when my man has had a really stressful day, I will usually, like, if we haven't gone to the gym or if we're not going to the gym that day, I will set the vibe. So he's coming home, he's got the music playing, he's got the candles, the aroma going through the house. You can also do incense as well. I will set the mood, cook a nice meal, and you don't always have to have wine with it, guys. You can romanticize some water with fruits, or make your own concoctions, or that poppy drink. There's so many other alternatives nowadays to alcohol. Okay, you do not need to go home buzzed. I have worked with clients where alcohol was an addiction for them until I showed them that there are alternatives to everything you think isn't going to taste good or isn't going to curb that emotional satisfaction that you're looking for, your body's looking for, your mind is looking for. There are other ways around it, but sometimes, especially if you're not familiar in this setting and you didn't grow up knowing different coping mechanisms, like none of us, then you do have to have somebody introduce you to a better you, a you that also ends up feeling happier and proud of yourself when you're going to bed. If you're not feeling that great in your routine, you're going to bed drinking yourself to sleep, or binge eating, or eating a bunch of candy and junk food and cakes and, girl, all of my favorites when it comes to food. If you do that often and daily, you're just not going to feel that good anymore. And for my American girlies, y'all got the best stuff out there, okay? Y'all have all the best restaurants, all the best drinks, like absolutely times 10, and they fill that plate. And we're going to talk about portion control in another video, but I think most people just don't take the time to romanticize just eating a light meal. And, you know, say you have dinner around 6:30, and then you go for a walk, and then maybe you do a workout, and then you come home and then you eat by like 8:30, and that's the cutoff time. At least you had a good few, like 3 whole meals, snack, and you're just feeling good because you fueled your body and you're doing things for yourself. It's important to have an evening routine prior to getting to bed. This is also a great opportunity to either join a workout class, dance classes. You can take language lessons, you can start a new book, you can join a book club, you can do a lot of things. And ladies, I'm also looking to do a live faith board party. So if you're interested, let me know down below so that I can make the link for you guys to join. It will be free, but it's going to be a great opportunity for you to tap into your self-belief and also faith in God. So tip number 7 is going to be have an intentional bedtime routine. You want to make sure that you are doing things like unwinding into calmness, soothing your soul, soothing your mind, your body from this crazy hectic day. Also doing your self-care, skincare routine, maybe taking a bath, lotioning your skin, start de-stressing right before you go to bed. And that's why I also say not to use your phone too much. Like, you should now have a better schedule and routine with your phone. You can save that for tomorrow. You just got to be careful of what you're consuming right before bed, or how you spend your time right before bed. And sometimes we end up scrolling past something, or we read an email either first thing in the morning or at night, and we are just distracted or stressed. And you cannot get a proper good sleep if you are heavily stressed. I need you to understand that. And if you're not sleeping, you cannot lose any weight. Your body cannot break down all the food that you've eaten throughout the day. Like, nothing's going to happen for you that's going to get you closer to your dream girl if you are stressed. So we want to prioritize just feeling really good in our body and unwinding and de-stressing at night, and just having a routine where both parties, if you share the space or if you're by yourself, just to create a soothing, relaxing environment that you can fall asleep in. I like to play a lot of soft music or white noise right before I go to bed, and just also close out my night in my journal, and definitely a prayer with God, just thanking Him for getting me home and keeping me throughout the day and just protecting me and providing for me. Like, that is definitely my PM routine and my AM routine. My AM and my PM routine are pretty similar, actually, in the top 3 things that I do that are non-negotiable. I've mentioned this many times, but I just make sure that I'm always unwinding and feeling at my best going to bed, and waking up with gratitude no matter what is going on. You know, sometimes you feel in lack of, but God gave you another day to wake up. God gave you the opportunity to get home safely. God gave you everything you needed in that day to still be alive and functioning. And sometimes we just need to look at certain situations like it could have been worse. And also, like, you have people in your life that come with so much drama. Detach from them. Detach. Like, if you live with them in the same house, you can find somewhere in another house, or just really start to cut back on your outside spending and save up to go and live and move somewhere else to find your own peace, because that is also an option. Even getting a different roommate, you know what I mean? And like, clean your environment as well. Before you go to bed, clean your environment. I always see my clients on my stories, and I'm like, and when I see them, I'm like, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? And they're like, no. I'm like, so how did you have so much time to be all up on my Instagram stories, but you didn't do anything for yourself? It's important for you to prioritize doing things for yourself throughout the day. Little things that you get done are going to add up to the big picture. If you just have a bunch of dirty dishes piling up, you're going to be exhausted when you have to do it all at once. If you have a bunch of laundry, you're going to be exhausted when you have to do all 3 loads at once. You want to hit your weight loss goals. If you're trying to do all of that in one day, thinking that you're going to lose 10 pounds overnight, you're going to feel overwhelmed because you know that is actually not realistic. So all the small things that you do daily are going to add up to you becoming your own dream woman. Now, ladies, thank you so much for hanging out with me today on our beautiful hot girl walk on this sunny, beautiful day. If you like this video and this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and send this to one of your work girlies, your work besties. And yeah, we'll be walking every single Monday. I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys tons. Bye. Have a great day. Sending you all the energy.